So Ashim Gupta, who is the CFO of UiPath, laid out a pretty detailed explanation of UiPath's competitive advantages, which I thought would make a really informative video. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go through what UiPath CFO laid out as their competitive advantages and kind of elaborate on how that's beneficial for UiPath stock investors. So let's get right into it. Beginning with the CFO says that UiPath is a full business automation platform. You won't find another competitor that's exactly like UiPath, and that's pretty true for a lot of businesses in the world today. There are very few businesses that are exactly alike. And they all like to say that there are no competitors because no one else can do exactly what we can do. And this is common, so this is not something that's unique to UiPath. But they are the first a full breadth platform, and that's advantageous because when clients come to UiPath, they can feel confident that if they like what UiPath offers them in their first product or the first service, they know they can expand with UiPath in more products and more services because UiPath offers the full suite of automation activities. They don't have to go to several different providers to get each thing that they need. They can just go with UiPath. That saves time, that's more efficient, and enterprises typically like to consolidate and deal with one company instead of five whenever they can. So we that's one thing. The second is governance, right? They have the full enterprise scaled governance capabilities, and that's important because a lot of publicly traded companies need to report, need to have these governance capabilities so that they can identify that these processes are secure, data isn't being lost, the processes are accurate, there isn't mistakes and misinformation going on. The third advantage is their sheer depth of their computer vision and domain specific AI capabilities. So they have the technology able to read almost any computer screen and interact with it, right? This is not something that's commoditized. This is not something that's widely available. This is a unique capability um, for UiPath, and that's something that if businesses want that capability, they most likely need to go to UiPath. So that's something that's not commoditizable because a lot of it is customer related data, and that's data that UiPath has amassed over time. So it's the experience, it's the time that they've built that database, and it's going to take a competitor years to, if they can at all, it's going to take them years to duplicate or replicate the kind of data that UiPath has amassed over the last several years. And then finally, is the developer experience. UiPath can have an impact with 50% less time than other platforms because they are just better at what they do. They've got more experience, so they can deliver that impact in 50% less time than its competition. And the last piece is the openness of their architecture. You can deploy UiPath on any cloud. It's not just on Azure or AWS. You can use UiPath on any cloud. It can be deployed on any cloud. So really interesting competitive advantages here for UiPath, and the overarching product or service that they're offering is really valuable to businesses, right? The automation. And that's becoming even more valuable now that labor is becoming in scarce supply, right? You've been hearing about labor shortages worldwide, and you've been hearing about inflation, employees asking for and receiving higher and higher wages. And so with UiPath, you're able to mitigate some of that risk. You're able to mitigate some of those costs, which are really valuable to businesses because if you're spending $100 with UiPath, they're probably saving you more than $100. And at the same time, they might be increasing the accuracy, increasing the efficiency, increasing the speed at which that service is performed. So, a really valuable service UiPath is offering, and they're offering that service better than any competitor if there is a precise competitor, which is rare to find one that does exactly what UiPath can do for you. So that's all I've got for this video on the competitive advantages of UiPath. All right, so thank you so much for watching. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.